Hey there, this is Eric Branner from Fonz, and today I want to talk about processing fees, transaction fees, and automating your studio, and just encourage you and enlighten you and give you some data to open your mind to this being the number one expense write-off that you will ever have in your business as far as making your life better, avoiding burnout, making your customers happy, and just overall running a better business. So I want to talk about a few things. One is we can all agree that automating payments, going digital, makes a lot of sense these days, right? And we also know that the way of like sending invoices, waiting for checks, that whole deal of client-based business is kind of going out, right? The clients don't love it that much. They want to pay you. They want it automated. We're all used to that. It's the Uberification of our economy. So the idea is wrapping your mind around, is it worth 2.9%? Because that's the number one question that we see. Is it worth 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction? Everyone online is writing, how can I do this for free? And for every post we say, well, I use Venmo. Well, first off, Venmo specifically states in their terms of service that is a P2P product, I mean peer-to-peer. They assume a lower risk because they assume it's friends doing transactions with friends. And it is not for business. Venmo has a business application, which you'll pay the processing fee for because that's fair and it's a part of running a business. So I'd encourage you, if you are using Venmo, to really take a look at it and think about, what's the right way to run a business? How do I want to do this? That's a whole side story. So here's the deal, 2.9%, let's just go all the way. This is a credit card, right? And you say, gosh, that's a lot of money. Well, if you do a cost analysis, like I did when I first automated my studio, 4 years ago, I had an admin who was my wife, and we ran my studio together. I had 40 students. It took us 20 hours a month, and it adds up, which is sending invoices, preparing invoices, waiting for payments. By the middle of the month, you're still not getting paid, taking 2 or 3 batches of checks to the bank. That process doesn't work that great. And by automating your payments, you get all that money right away. So number one, you get paid on time. Number two, your admin tasks can plummet by literally like 90%. I currently still teach 30 students a week. I run my studio by myself. My wife has another job. And I do it in under 5 or 10 minutes a week because there's nothing to do. I may have to onboard a new client or something like that. But in general, it runs itself and I always get paid. I have $0 outstanding except when a credit card declines. That happens. But these systems automatically will notify your customers and say, hey, the card didn't go through. So aside from just easing your stresses of running a studio, you save 15, 20 hours a month of admin time. It really adds up if you're running a full-time studio by automating this scheduling and especially the payments. And so I want you to see these processing fees as an investment. Now, yes, they're a write-off. It's an expense. But it's the best expense you have because it's the key to running a better business, to not burning out, to loving on your life. Thirdly, you get paid right away. Clients that pay with a major credit card, it goes straight to your bank. They're secure, you're secure, because they both carry that security that comes with having a major credit card. And refunds are a snap, right? Everything just works. So you look at that 2.9%, and for me, for about the time it takes me to teach one student for the month, I can run my entire studio, right, of 30. So if you consider that, I can teach 5 or 6 more students. I'd much rather teach than I would chase payments, back for money. So look at the cost analysis for yourself. Really think about it. And it doesn't matter what service you use as long as it's one that's above board, right? There's tons of services that do that, and they're all going to charge about the same amount, whether it's Fonz, which uses Stripe in the back end, or Square, or PayPal, or Venmo Business. They're all the same, and that's just part of doing business and part of doing reporting. So lastly, we get this question a lot, ACH payments. I can save a percentage point or 2 if I do ACH and automatic bank draft. That'd be awesome. Well, it is. We offer it. We think it's great. And it's also kind of a pain. Everything's slower, right? So I initially offered ACH because I was very reluctant to automate my business. And when I did, I found payments took longer to process. Refunds took a lot longer to process. Plus your clients have to go through hoops to get set up. For me, in what I encourage people is set it up auto pay with a secure credit card, right? On one of the major providers, right? Pay the 2.9 whatever percent you need to pay and write it off. And then, get a new hobby with all the extra time you have, or make more money, by teaching more clients, or heck, who knows? But let me know your thoughts on this. In closing, cheaper is not always better, right? Sometimes just better is better. And if you think about what does it take to run the best business I can, consider that and look at this as an expense, look at it as a write-off, and then it's like a therapist for yourself. So anyway, thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope this helps. Bye.